then you might have been to the Kreisverwaltungsreferat to get the Aufenthaltserlaubnis, to register your Wohnsitz, to eventually get the Meldebescheinigung, which is only possible nach Terminabsprache. Hi German learners! Are you making any progress? No? What's holding you back? Oh, the ridiculously long German words. The compositor, I'm guessing. Well, don't worry. In today's episode, we're going to be talking about what compositor are, how can we approach those fearlessly, and most importantly, how can we learn those effectively and efficiently. So, don't worry, I'll get back to those in just a moment, one thing at a time. First of all, let's do a little bit of definition work. What are compounds? What are German compounds specifically? Let's take a look. In German, new words can be created by combining a noun with another noun. So basically, it's a string of words, separate words, put together, no hyphens, no spaces, it's one word. Secondly, let's investigate how German compounds are created and which word in the compound is the most important one. Right, let's take a look at the first example on the board, which is Kreisverwaltungsreferat. We've got three components: Kreis, Verwaltung, Referat. And the last word in the compound is the most important one because it determines the grammatical gender of the compound, and so it supplies the word with the definite article, which is das in this case, because we've got das Referat. And there you go, putting them all together, we've got the Department of District Administration, right? So das Kreisverwaltungsreferat. Ich gehe, ich muss zum Kreisverwaltungsreferat, um meine neue Adresse anzumelden, for example, yeah? So, ich muss zum Kreisverwaltungsreferat, or we would also say KVR, right? So, because it's just too long, so people tend to abbreviate things for the sake of shortness. And so, ich muss zum KVR, weil mein Pass ist abgelaufen und ich muss ihn verlängern lassen, right? Right, next up on the board is Aufenthaltserlaubnis. So do you remember which word is the most important one? That's correct, Erlaubnis. Die Erlaubnis. So we've got Die Aufenthaltserlaubnis, the permission to stay, which is quite important, at least here in Germany. So you would go to the KVR to get die Aufenthaltserlaubnis. Okay? Zeigen Sie mir Ihre Aufenthaltserlaubnis. Next up is Wohnsitz. Again, der Sitz. Right? And this is the place of residency. Ich muss meinen Wohnsitz anmelden oder ummelden lassen und darum muss ich zum KVR, right? Next up is die Meldebescheinigung. The ending un is always feminine, good news. So it's die Meldebescheinigung. Literally, it's the certificate of registration, okay? Meldebescheinigung. And then we've got Terminabsprache. Again, Absprache is die. Okay, so you need to talk to the person who you want to see, and both of you are trying to arrange a meeting. So this is a meeting by appointment. Okay, you can't just go and see the person because the person's been super busy. You've got to make an appointment, which is in German einen Termin vereinbaren. Right, that's sorted. Let's now investigate whether or not the German compounds only consist of two nouns, or is it possible for a compound to consist of a noun and an adjective. So stay tuned to find out more. According to this language course for beginners, German compounds do not only consist of nouns, but also of verbs plus nouns or of adjective plus nouns. Let's take a look. In the compound Schwimmbad, you've got a verb schwimmen and a noun Bad. Again, das Bad gives the whole compound the definite article das. Okay, so originally it was schwimmen, right? You get rid of the ending n, and what you're left with is Schwimmbad. Another example of a compound consisting of a verb and a noun is Schlafzimmer. The same story, you get rid of the ending n, but schlafen is sleep, and what remains is Schlafzimmer, again das Zimmer, and so you've got the beautiful compound das Schlafzimmer, the bedroom. Two examples that the German compounds can consist of an adjective and a noun is, for example, the word Großstadt. So you've got the article die here because die Stadt, so it's a city or a big town, right? Großstadt. And you've got, of course, so groß being an adjective, right? And klein being an adjective again, putting them both together, and you've got two wonderful compounds. Again, die Kleinstadt, so a town, a little town, right? And then go. 3 ways to form German compounds: by putting two nouns together, by putting a verb and a noun together, or by putting an adjective and a noun together. One more thing before I go is, are there any similarities between English and German compounds? Of course there are. Take a look at the compound Schlafzimmer. You've got the same principle. Bedroom, right? But consisting of course of two nouns, right? Bed being a noun and room being a noun. But what about this word here? Playground. The same principle applies to German. You've got Spielplatz, right? So two nouns attached to one another, resulting in a beautiful compound, Spielplatz or playground. Right, I hope this super brief synopsis of the German compounds is helpful. And if you have any other questions, any specific questions, please do leave me a comment in the comments down below. And do tell me whether or not you are struggling with the compositor or you find them helpful, because in my opinion, there is nothing more practical linguistically, grammatically than the German compositor, because you've got one word and so much information in that word. Isn't it brilliant? I wish you all well. Всем пока. Tschüss zusammen. Bye guys. Stay in touch. All the best. Bye.